going to be ranking all the Aeons, or summons as they are called, in Final Fantasy X. And this one's going to be a pretty simple list. All we're going to have to do is just go by each of the Aeons and see which ones have better stats and which ones have the better elemental typing, or the non-elemental thing. Whatever, pretty much whatever Aeon's stronger is basically what we're going over here, boys. Alright, it's pretty simple. And we are only doing story Aeons, so no optional Aeons because I don't feel like it. So anyways, let's do this. Now the worst Final Fantasy X Aeon, in my opinion, would have to be Ifrit. And now just because he's at the bottom does not mean he's actually bad or anything like that. He's just at the bottom because he's just not as good stat-wise, and his ability I don't really like as much as compared to a lot of the other ones. Like Meteor Strike, it's fine and all that. But like, I don't know, I don't really care for it too much, and just being elemental like does bring them down. Let's be honest here, the two non-elemental ones, okay, mostly one is the best Aeon, but like, yeah, like, magic abilities aren't great either. You know, he starts out with, yeah, you can learn ones later on, but like, are you really gonna do that? Who does that? Let's be honest here, right? No one does that when you play Final Fantasy X, okay? And its overdrive is powerful and all that at the time. It's just, again, he's a fire elemental, so it just brings it down, and like his stats just aren't that good. He's okay when you get him, but later on he just becomes crap pretty quickly, unfortunately. But he's still not bad, though, is the thing. He's not bad by any means, alright? Let's just get that out of the way. He's not bad. Just not the best Aeon, okay? Valefor is better than Ifrit, but does have a pretty weak stat line, so you don't end up using him very much. They mostly become an overdrive ability slave, is kind of what you use him for. But like the Wing Blast ability thing he has is pretty good. Sonic Boom, is that what it's called? I don't remember. Anyways, it's pretty good in theory. The problem is later on is that a lot of enemies will be immune to it, so it wouldn't even end up working for you. And most bosses it doesn't even work on. So that's out of the picture. But the biggest thing that Valefor has over Ifrit is that he's not elemental. Sorry, she's not elemental. That's the biggest thing that she has over Ifrit. She's not elemental, which is huge, man. So you can deal a ton of damage to any boss in the game. I always like to use Valefor for that like spear boss you gotta fight for you get the first jet spear, right? Like, cause that boss is, if you don't know what you're doing, it's a pain in the ass. But if you can just get him down to low enough health and then use Valefor on him and kill him, there you go. It's simple as that, right? But yeah, no, the whole point is Valefor is better than Ifrit, mostly just because of the fact they're not elemental, because most of the time they'll just get hit once and die because their defenses and health are just so damn low. And they do have, but like when you get them leveled up higher in the late game, they're really good because they have such high speed and evasiveness and all that. But that's the problem, is that like they're good in the late game. We're talking about story stuff, right? So Valefor's not bad, just not like the best Aeon, alright? Shiva is like a stronger Valefor with Ice Elemental, so like you think it's like make it worse, but she's better because, mostly just because her stats are better, let me be quite honest here. Mostly they're better when you get her, alright? And because like, again, when you level up late game, Valefor is gonna be better. But the problem is we're not talking about late game, we're talking about early game and story and all that. So like you're just playing through the main story, Shiva's gonna be your better Aeon using off because she has better stats. She'll also start off with higher level black magic skills to heal herself, where Valefor will have to learn Cure later on, and that's just a pain in the ass, let me be honest here. So you're more than likely just going to end up using Shiva to heal, or versus learning Cure for Valefor. So there you go, that she has that right over Valefor right away. And just does more damage and all that, right? So Heavenly Strike is pretty much the same as Valefor, so you know, still pretty much the same problems as Valefor and all that, but like for the time when you get them, they're definitely better. So there you go. Ixion, I think is how you say it, or I don't know, Aeon, whatever the heck this one is. I can call it Ixion. This Aeon is the Thunder Aeon, Electric, whatever you want to call it. The horse thing is really cool actually. It does a lot of damage at the start, has decent health, and it's just not a bad Aeon by any means, you know what I mean? Like the ability they have is pretty cool. It's not the best ability by any means, but it's not bad. And the biggest thing is they just have a lot of health, a lot of defense, just good stats is what we're trying to get at. They have good stats from the point that you get them, and that's pretty cool. And really that's what makes this Aeon pretty good, is that their stats are just like actually good, you know what I mean? And they last through most of the game, and on top of all that, you also have stronger black magic skills to heal yourself with, so that's great. So it's got a lot of he's got a lot of benefits for himself. Not bad by any means, but again, it's mainly story stuff. So like for the story, you know, it's not bad, but it's way outshined by the next one. Here we are at Bahamut, the best story Aeon in Final Fantasy X. Is that a controversial thing to say? I highly doubt it, man. Bahamut's insane. So good, man. For a story Aeon, it's like, wow. Like, you'll get them, and you'll hit above the limit for one, which is like crazy. You don't have to get Celestial Weapons to do that. Only story Aeon that can do that. Obviously, some unlockable ones can, but we're not counting those. So only story Aeon that can do that. That right away just makes them better than all the other ones. Plus, he has an extremely high strength stat, a decent magic stat. Impulse is great for taking care of enemies that just annoy you and you want to get them out of their way. And you don't have to waste your overdrive on it because he's just so powerful. Plus, He starts with tons of black magic, so it just makes him versatile, flexible for taking out enemies. And on top of it all, he's not an elemental. Like, what? So he can overdrive and overkill like almost anything in the game because of that, which is just insane. Plus, the health on this guy is like massive compared to the other ones. Defense isn't too bad. The biggest downfall is he's very slow. But like most of the time, you just pretty much one-hit things because of how powerful that his overdrive ability is, which is just insane. Like I know that Bahamut is meant to be like the strongest story Aeon in like a Final Fantasy game, sometimes the strongest Aeon, but like they almost took it too far in this game. It's debatable because like he's by far the best Aeon. Like none of the others even compare to him, man. And you can make the argument like maybe they'll be better when you upgrade them. Like I said with Valefor, like Valefor gets way better when you upgrade the stats and all that, but it takes a long ass time to make Valefor good. Is the thing. You gotta get the celestial weapon so you can hit above the damage limit, and then you gotta do all the other shit too. And it's just like at that point, it's just not worth it. Is the thing, right? So yeah, no, Bahamut's the best of all the story and hands down. Man. It's like no comparison. So yeah, there we go. Well, that's this, guys. Be sure to let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. And I'm doubtful I'm going to be doing one for the optional Aeons, as it's just so hard to rank them because like two of them are like unpredictable and just annoying to deal with. Yojimbo and the sisters, right? And the sisters not as much as Yojimbo, and Yojimbo, you know what you're doing. You kind of get them to like, you have to get them to trust you and all that, but it's just, I don't know. It's just like I don't really feel like it's good to rank them, like compare them to the other Aeons. You know what I mean? Like it's just like they're just completely different beasts. Let's just put it that way, right? Like just they work completely differently, and yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to rank them myself. I feel like it just wouldn't be necessary because they're just completely different. And he was the only other one, and he was just the best Aeon. So it's like there you go. He was just better than, it's just the better Bahamut, pretty much is all he is, right? She is, whatever, you know. But whatever, who cares? Anyways, so that's the list, though, guys. Let me know what you thought of it down below, and I will see you all next time.